calling your bosses really bad words is no is a big no for even the most famous of employees, as Tucker Carlson learned.
Who names their kid Tucker?
The toe sucker.
You motherfucker.
Tucker the toe sucker.
Tucker the
Oh,
motherfucker toe sucker.
Wall Street Journal reporter found out that in a recent interview, recently fired Fox News host, senior executive, called a senior executive a cunt.
That they never even met. Like,
A cunt in a private message. That's stupid.
yeah.
That's
Oh my
like being-
God, my feelings are
You're
hurt.
being persecuted for your thoughts? Like, that's crazy. Was turned up during discovery in the defamation case filed by Dominion Voting Systems, which was settled for $787 million last week. The report does not state which executive Carlson was referring to, and the message was redacted in the ocean of correspondence that was released through the court filings. So this fool called somebody a cunt. That shit came out. Was Tucker Carlson for or against the Dominion voting systems?
He just said that there was no evidence. Like when he had, I think, Giuliani, like on there, and he was asking, all right, do you guys have any proof of anything that you guys are talking about? And they didn't provide any evidence, so he wasn't really fucking with it, like
With the narrative.
with that narrative. Yeah, he said you can't be saying all that without any proof. And then they said they couldn't because it was like classified or something. But I mean, why would you be talking about it if it's classified?
I just think it's too much of a coincidence that, they lose the case. His messages were brought up in the court filings. So essentially, they probably also use video of him. They probably use video of him being like, look we have no proof. Like even your employees say that you have no proof. And, your most golden boy employee has even admitted that we ain't got no proof. So, like, of course it's defamation. Like, of course it's defamation. So they're probably like, bro, if you would have just fallen in line with the narrative that we were trying to spin, then we probably would have won this $787 million.
It could be that. It could be that. I don't really think they care about money because I think Fox has a lot of fucking money, and the owner, Rupert Murdoch, also owns like other like.
Bro, losing a B is different though.
But I don't really think that's why they got rid of him. I think there was more to it and shit. I think he was becoming bigger than Fox News. Like a lot of people were watching Fox. Like I would tune into some of his segments and shit. I fuck with a lot of the shit he talks about.
He was one of the first.
I don't agree with everything he says, and I don't like sometimes the way he says shit. But he was the only dude that was really out there fucking going against like he was like calling shit out, And he also was the guy who dropped the. Like they gave him the 1,400 hours of the January 6th footage that they wouldn't release the past couple years, which basically shows what really happened and what the truth is. Like
this fool was one of the first people that was like posted on like hip hop media blogs in like a positive light. But like, I shouldn't say positive light. Like, they were like, oh, look at this information that Tucker Carlson's delivering.
Yeah.
And it's, because usually like hip hop media would be like racist reporter or, you know what I mean? Tries to paint the narrative of.
Well,
like,
he used to be like, he was pro-war. Like back in when we went to Iraq, he was all about it. He was more establishment back in those days. But he kind of like, after that, once he realized that all that shit was based on a lie, he kind of like got red pilled, and then now he's like against any wars. He was like left leaning, and he was like establishment, and then because Fox and all these like MSNBC, CNN, they're all in New York, like within like a
they're right,
radius.
Yes,
they're all the same shit. But I just think he started getting too big for the brand, and fucking you can't have that, like
nobody's bigger than the program, man.
After they fired him, they lost 50% of their fucking audience, and they lost $1 billion. Not the one they lost through Dominion. They lost even more than that after they let him go.
So OAN might pay Tucker Carlson $25 million to join the San Diego-based outlet. CEO says.
I think that's low. I think he's worth more than that. I think he could get, on his own, he could get like $100 million every year.
I just don't see him, because I don't see him going somewhere where he's not going to be able to speak his mind freely.
Oh no, yeah, he took his writer with him. He took there's a lot of people that quit Fox after they let him go. Fuck that. Like I'm rolling with him, wherever he goes.
Yeah, the San Diego-based One America News wants to hire a 53-year-old Maine resident with connections to La Jolla and conservative commentary, Tucker Carlson. Hours after Fox News announced that it had parted ways with the top-rated primetime host, Carlson was receiving job pitches from OAN CEO and founder Robert Herring Sr. and even Russia Today.
Oh shit, yeah, Russia was trying to get him. Damn, but yeah, I honestly think he's worth more than $25 million.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like he could do it on
Wallow from $1 million worth of game at Barstool Sports got $50 million. But I mean, that's the thing though. This could be like something that blows up a whole new network.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
He probably sees, and they'd probably give him some type of equity in the thing.
Stock in it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll give you.
Like Rumble will probably offer him a deal too. Like, hey, well, if you jump on Rumble, we'll fucking pay you out this much every year.
Yeah, that'd be lit. Yeah. Just because, like I said, I don't agree with this dude. I don't fuck with him like that. He does have some good points that I actually agree with. He has some stuff that I don't agree with. But freedom of speech is everything. Again, man, we on a platform that promotes that shit fully. Like, that's if I had to give one thing that my platform promotes, my whole channel, it promotes fucking freedom of speech. This show right here, our whole thing was like, I want you to be, because this is really Boy's show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
SARS.
I'm here to moderate, but I wanted him because he very strong-minded, has his own thoughts and opinions, does his study, he fucking researches, he watches videos and shit, he knows about global shit going on, and I think it's fair that everybody has a voice, even if you don't agree with somebody. You know what I mean? Like, we should be able to have a discourse and able to have conversations, try to understand one another, and we could always agree to disagree when it comes to certain things like this,
Yeah, and I don't just watch one side. Like, I don't just I'll listen to both fucking sides and shit, and then fucking
point out bullshit, point out good shit.
Yeah, exactly. And on both sides, I'll be like, man, that's fucking crazy what he's saying. Like, I don't fucking agree with that. Like, and then I kind of come up with my own fucking conclusion and shit after listening to both.
Yeah, you can't really why? I don't know. It's just the whole thing. Like, there's more than two ways America thinks. You know what I mean?
I think most Americans think like they are in the middle and shit.
Yeah.
But they are being forced to pick fucking one side or the other right now. It's really polarizing and shit. But a lot of people don't really want to be involved in any of that shit.
Yeah, man. Well, that's crazy. That's a very
does it have
wild
that video,
thing that happened, huh?
Oh, never mind.
Oh, which video?
The video of where he gives a statement.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, did we pull it up?
Yeah, I did. I accidentally closed it. Here, let me know.
Just good what he says, because he said that he was tired of being part of the problem, too. Like, just being a part of Fox, he says, was like, he wasn't really fucking with it. And he says, like, I don't know, I think there's, like, lawsuits coming, but he says that he's talking about how the mainstream media is going to fucking fall apart, and that at the end, like, the good, yeah, at the end, the good side's going to win. He's almost talking like he knows some shit, like he has some dirt too, like, and it's all gonna get brought out in discovery. Like, whenever you go to court, you know how you have to present all your evidence, and then fucking there's discovery.
Right.
It's got a bunch. I heard it got in the first hour, it got 45 million views or something.
Good evening, it's Tucker Carlson. One of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days is how many genuinely nice people there are in this country. Kind and decent people who really care about what's true. And a bunch of
this is the right one, right?
People. Yeah. Also, a lot of those. It's got to be the majority of the population, even now. So that's heartening. The other thing you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television.
But he's
You
even
can't go through a whole fucking thing without insulting somebody.
bro. But he's talking about even the debates that he was in. Like he just thought they were stupid. The shit that they would have him do and shit and talk about.
They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them. Trust me, as someone who's participated. And yet, at the same time,
Okay.
He's like, bro, this
this
is
is the amazing thing. The undeniably big topics, the ones that will define our future, get virtually no discussion at all. War, civil liberties, emerging science, demographic change, corporate power, natural resources. When was the last time you heard a legitimate debate about any of those issues? It's been a long time. Debates like that are not permitted in American media. Both political parties.
What does he say now?
They don't allow that shit to happen. I mean, they get brought up during campaigns. Like there could be talking points for either side, and I think that's why they don't really try and fix what the problem is, because it's always a thing that they could be advocating for, like gun control and abortion. The fucking what's
Get
another
money
one?
for organizations and shit.
Yeah. But just to keep fucking trying to fight for an ongoing.
Look at his face. That shit funny.
Yeah.
And their donors have reached consensus on what benefits them.
Yes.
They actively collude to shut down any conversation about it. Suddenly, the United States looks very much like a one-party state. That's a depressing realization, but it's not permanent. Our current orthodoxies won't last. They're brain dead. Nobody actually believes them.
Man, we've been saying this for years.
Yeah.
We've been saying this shit
And
don't work like this. This shit don't work. This bird with these two different wings, they don't work.
I think that's why they're accelerating their plans, because they know so many people are waking up to all this shit, so they need to hurry up and
Every day is more people with red pill.
yeah.
Hardly anyone's life is improved by them. This moment is too inherently ridiculous to continue, and so it won't. The people in charge know this. That's why they're hysterical and aggressive. They're afraid. They've given up persuasion. They're resorting to force. But it won't work. When honest people say what's true, calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. At the same time, the liars who've been trying to silence them shrink. They become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope. See you soon.
Well, that's pretty.
Imagine hosting a charity 5K.
Makes me feel a little bit more optimistic, and hopefully, that does end up happening, or just everybody wakes up to the bullshit,
So that was the statement he released
Yesterday, that was the first time he gave a statement after he's been fired.
Beets come in a variety.
But it just kind of sounds like he's got some shit that's about to be released
red
too.
beets and candy cane beets. But red beets do
crazy.
tend to be the most